Chelsea announced the appointment of Potter as their new head coach on Thursday, following the departure of Thomas Tuchel. The 47-year-old led Brighton and Hove Albion to their highest ever top-flight finish in 2021/22 and left the Seagulls in fourth in the Premier League table. As things stand, Potter's first match in charge is set to be the UEFA Champions League clash against AB Salzburg on Wednesday. The history. Having come through the ranks at Birmingham City, Graham Potter went on to represent 12 different clubs across a 13-year playing career, including Stoke City, Southampton and West Bromwich Albion. A few years after retiring, he began his coaching journey in Sweden with Östersunds, leading them from the 4th division to the top flight, as well as winning the Swedish Cup and reaching the knockout stages of the UEFA Europa League. The latter feat was especially impressive, given that they progressed from a group that included Athletic Bilbao and Hertha Berlin. When I started, we got attendances of 500, now we're playing in front of 30,000 at Hammarby and beating Gothenburg, who have competed in the Champions League before. It's some difference to where we were a few years ago. Graham Potter. In 2018, Potter took over at Swansea City following their relegation from the Premier League. Although he could only guide them to a 10th place finish in the Championship, his time in Wales was largely deemed a success, as he rebuilt a new, youthful side who hit their stride in the second half of the campaign. They also reached the FA Cup quarter-finals, where they suffered a narrow 3-2 defeat to reigning Premier League champions Manchester City. That was enough to earn a move to Brighton in 2019, who had recently dismissed Chris Hughton. However, it took a while to implement his ideas and philosophy, with 15th and 16th place finishes in his first 2 seasons at the club. Still, the owners kept faith and were rewarded in 2021/22, when Brighton finished 9th, the club's highest ever Premier League finish. 2022/23 began with a first ever win at Old Trafford, while last week's 5-2 win over Leicester City lifted Brighton to 4th, which is even more impressive given that they sold 2 of their best players, Mark Cucurella, £5.2 million, and Yves Bissouma, £4.8 million, in the summer. Playing style. We were in front of the best English manager right now. As a spectator, I like to watch these teams. I like watching Brighton play. I recognize it. When I was a football player, I would love to play in this team. Pep Guardiola on Graham Potter's Brighton. At Brighton, Graham Potter would regularly change systems, shifting from back 4 to back 3 formations depending on the opponent. He likes to use players who are comfortable in a number of different positions, like Pascal Gross, £6.0 million, Alexis Mac Allister, £5.6 million, Solly March, £5.0 million, and Leandro Trossard, £6.5 million. Indeed, the latter was signed as a winger, but also played as a number 10, a false 9, a central midfielder and more recently as a hybrid wing back inside forward, a position he thrived in. But regardless of the formation, the fundamentals remain the same: defend as a team, focus on shape, build from the back, press a lot and commit players forward. He's a player's manager. He's a problem solver. Tactically, he's incredible at making sure when you step onto the pitch, everyone knows what they're doing. What he'll bring to Chelsea is exactly that. He's a very calm person, and if he wants you to do something on the pitch, he takes responsibility if it goes wrong. He's never there to throw anybody under the bus. Former Swansea City winger Nathan Dyer. The prospects. At this stage, we can only speculate about how Graham Potter will set up his team. However, we will get to see Chelsea in action prior to the next FPL deadline, when they face AB Salzburg in the UEFA Champions League on Wednesday. The fixtures, meanwhile, are very good from game weeks 9 to 12. Chelsea's defence has really struggled under Tuchel this season, but it's an area that Potter should be able to fix, given his impressive record at Brighton in the past 2 seasons. Indeed, the Seagulls have allowed just 5 goals in their 6 league games in 2022/23, and 2 they have conceded were own goals. By contrast, Chelsea have already conceded on 9 occasions,